Bellator card. Bellator Japan, there was a Ryzen card that I thought was violence personified, but for the sake of this podcast, we are only going to be talking about the Bellator card. Mostly because the main event was Fedor Emelianenko, in my opinion, the greatest fighter of all time, knocking out Quentin Rampage Jackson with one point. He didn't knock him out, but it was still, he just one shot at him, Rampage went down. A lot of criticism given to Rampage for his performance and also his shape. Rampage Jackson has now become Handpage Jackson, and he weighed in at 265 for this fight. I remember back on The Ultimate Fighter, he used to make fun of this guy. I used to call him Titties because he had some man boobs going on. Quentin Jackson has now completed the full cycle to becoming Titties. So he's now he said after the fight he's going to come in better shape, and he said he actually lost 20 pounds for the Fedor fight. So that's very, very sad. Angel, what do you make of Fedor still having hands at 43 and Rampage's shape at 42?
Dude, Rampage came in fat. Like when I threw on the fight, luckily I went on Twitter and you reminded me. Didn't even message me. I just saw your tweet like, oh snap, Fedor versus Rampage is about to go down. I instantly opened up the zone, and then bam, I just see the camera's right on Rampage, and I'm like, oh damn, Rampage looks like he's ready to kill. Then it pans out to his body, and I was like, he's ready to kill a Big Mac. And then it pans to Fedor, and Fedor's, back and forth, focus, doing his Fedor thing. Looking like Fedor. And I'm like, I know the outcome of this. But I did not think it'd be like that. I was like, maybe he's on some, he just wants to go for that one, just that one punch. But no, that was not the case, man. He laid it on this man nicely with the hands, just catching him left and right, with each hand. And it ended in the demise of Rampage. I thought it was going to be a lot more competitive. I was a lot more excited for the fight. But it's still entertaining because it was a finish. But it did not go the way I expected. And I did not expect Rampage to be in the shape that he was in.
Yeah, definitely disappointing. I saw the walkout, and they had the woman from Pride. I think her name is Lene. I don't know how to say her last name, Harday or something like that. She was doing that, and they had like a Pride style walkout. It was in a big stadium. Like, this is getting Pride vibes. I'm getting some Pride vibes. Like, I was hyped, and then Rampage shook off his hoodie that he was wearing, and I'm like, oh, he did not train for this at all. Like, it was kind of sad, because I actually picked Rampage to win that fight. I thought that, Fedor is mostly shot, and that's not being mean. That's not being mean. Fedor just doesn't have much of a chin anymore. That's just the truth. But, listen, Fedor got the win. He still got some hands. His hand speed is so fast. It was awesome to see. This card had a couple of other good fights on there. Michael Chandler, probably the greatest Bellator fighter of all time, the greatest grown talent, knocking out Sidney Outlaw. That was originally supposed to be a Benson Henderson rematch, which I still want to see. But regardless, a good win for Chandler. And then before that, Michael Page knocking out Shinzo and Anzai with a punch in the second round for dominating him. People have this problem of saying that, just because they don't know their name, they're instantly a can if Michael Page fights them, which I don't necessarily like. Shinzo Anzai is a very good fighter. His record isn't the most impressive, I think, going to that fight. I think he was 11-3, but still, the guy's a former UFC veteran, former Pancrase champion. Just because you don't know a guy's name doesn't mean he's a can. And that's just something I just want to do that really quick public service announcement. You can say his other two fights are cans, but Shinzo Anzai is a legit fighter. So give credit to Michael Page where it's due. He dominated that one, so that was a good performance. Next